I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And what I want to do today is, first of all, I want to welcome you guys to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. If you're looking for financial news and commentary from a Black perspective on a daily basis, make sure you join the blackfinancialchannel.com. Also follow the Black Financial Channel on Instagram because we got a lot of good stuff for you. Second of all, I want to congratulate all of my stock market investors out here. All of you who are invested in the stock market as of today, I think you guys made a ton of money because the market just shot up like a rocket, largely because of a stimulus, additional stimulus that the Trump administration is talking about putting out with some infrastructure projects, about $1 trillion worth. I think there's good news about the virus, which I've mentioned to you guys before, that was something that I couldn't imagine that not happening, right? And so today was just a hell of a day. Yesterday was a hell of a day. Yesterday, you had a big drop, then you had a massive reversal that became positive. So the market's pretty interesting right now. There's a lot going on with the stock market, but I don't want to talk about the stock market now. I'll analyze that a little bit later on the Black Financial Channel, theblackfinancialchannel.com. What I want to talk to you guys about right now, really quick before I go, because I have an appointment I have to go make, is this, there's this popular thing that's kind of going around the Black community right now called a loom. A loom is basically like, a lot of times it'll come in the form of a flower, or the language will be African centered, Ujamaa or something, right? Or maybe they'll use the term blessing loom. And I'm not here in any way to, to tell you not to participate or to, drive or to tell you what to do. You guys know I don't tell people what to do. Typically, now that I realize it, I'm probably more of a libertarian. I never defined myself that way, but I think I'm more of a libertarian because I believe that as long as you know what it is, you have the right to participate in what you want to participate in. So for example, gambling is illegal in a lot of states because people lose a lot of money gambling. But I'm a guy that says, hey, look, as long as you know what it is, as long as you know that the odds are against you, and as long as you're okay with that, then I'm not going to tell you not to gamble, right? So that's probably where I stand. So I want to make it 100% abundantly clear that if you are participating in any of these things or anything similar to these things, a multi-level marketing process or a blessing loom or whatever, you're not gonna get no problems with me. Seriously, just know I'm not gonna join. It's like voting, right? I tell people, look, I'm not voting in the election, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Well, same thing is true with this. If you invite me to join your thing, your MLM, your Loom, or anything, I'm not gonna participate. And I'm gonna tell you why I won't participate, but I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do because legality is not the same as morality, meaning that just because it's illegal doesn't always mean it's always bad. Or just because it's legal doesn't mean it's always good. Like, for example, I'm a guy who happens to believe alcohol should be illegal because alcohol actually causes more death and more destruction and more harm than any other drug. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So I tend to make my own rules in life. So I just want to make that clear so that nobody emails me and gets pissed off because you think I'm disrespecting your MLM. But I want to make sure you understand what's going on so that you're aware of what you're doing. The reason that a blessing loom, which you might have got in your email, and a lot of times it'll come as a diagram where when you come in, you are typically required to do a couple of things. One, you're required typically to pay some money. Give me a yes or no if you've seen this, right? You're asked to pay a certain amount of money. And then they tell you how you can flip your money into a much larger amount of money. Like you put in $200, they say, well, you can make $3,000 in extra income, right? You wait 3-4 weeks. And what happens is on this pyramid, you're moving around the pyramid, and eventually on the pyramid, you get to the middle. And when you get to the middle, that's when all the new money comes into you, right? That's how it works, right? Now, the problem that you are going to run into with that, the problem that you might have with these looms is that they are legally defined in most countries as a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is defined as any scenario where you're asked to pay money and then recruit other members, right? For most of the groups, the requirement is that you bring new people in. Well, why are you required to bring new people in? Well, because you're bringing in new money. You're bringing in new people that are going to put money into the pot for the person in the middle, right? And the reason that they became illegal, in my opinion, I'm still doing my research trying to really understand it entirely because I don't want to be judgmental. I just want to lay out information for you to consider. And I just want to help you. I want to help you do whatever works best for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to make money. I want you to be successful, right? But the reason it became illegal is because theoretically, these schemes are always supposed to break down. They eventually break down because you get to a level where you can't recruit new people. There's no more new people out there to bring in who are going to pay money into the pot so the person in the middle can make money. Now, there are arguments about that, right? You know, I've seen people say, well, no, that's why you bring in solid people. You only bring in solid people because those solid people are going to pay. Okay. So, you know, if that's your argument, that's fine. Or, you know, they're going to always recruit their members. They're only going to recruit solid people. Okay, that's fine. My biggest concern for anybody who participates is the legal issue, right? You know, again, if you think about it, for example, like dealing drugs, you know, some people thought dealing drugs should be illegal. Some people think it's fine. If you want to use drugs and somebody wants to sell them to you, that's between you and that person, right? And I probably am more in that category, right? I'm not a person who necessarily thinks that selling drugs to somebody who wants them makes you a horrible person. You know, there are plenty of things that happen in our society that are unethical. But I'm just going to tell you that for those who do care about this, for those who do kind of think that way, be cautious, because you are technically breaking the law when you. And this is not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer, and this is not financial advice. You know, I want to make sure I state that as a legal disclaimers. But you would be technically breaking the law. Participation or marketing or the creation of any sort of a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme can draw attention that could cause you really, really, really big legal problems. Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes have a subtle difference with one another, and I'll talk about that in another video. But I would just want to make it clear that those looms, you know, and being defined as, you know, pyramid schemes, those are not sou-sous. You've heard of sou-sous. Sou-sous come, you know, from Africa. They come from the Caribbean. A sou-sou is a community savings group. And I brought this up because I read through your comments on drboycetv.com, and I saw that some people were saying, I defined what a sou-sou was and how sou-sou works. Or typically, right? And somebody said, no, that's not a sou-sou. That's not how a sou-sou works. The way a sou-sou works is you recruit 2 new members and you bring somebody in underneath you. And I said, okay, I get it now. I think people are confusing a sou-sou with the looms, right? A loom and a sou-sou are not the same thing. A loom is, by definition, a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are illegal in most states, I think all states, and they're illegal in a lot of countries. There have been riots in countries over looms and schemes that they call them different things, right? A lot of times the layout, you know, and I see Bishop Melvin uses the word scam. And it's okay for you to call it that. I'm being careful because you don't understand. You don't see my email inbox with this full of people that, you know, they really believe in their MLM. They really believe in their loom. And I'm not here to judge you. I swear to God, I'm not here to tell you what to do. But you know, so I'm not going to use that word scam. But I think that word could be used. It's been used a lot. And basically with a loom, you're kind of playing this big game of musical chairs, where there's, you know, 10 kids and 8 chairs. Now, the thing about musical chairs is that some of the kids get a chair, but there are always, you know, the kids that don't get a chair. So with an MLM, there are some people that do make money, a lot of money. And then there are people who don't make anything at all, right? And what I think is that, you know, when they say that a chain is held together by its weakest link, well, all it kind of takes is one person to get pissed off and then go to the feds, right? And blow the whole, you know, blow the roof off the whole racket, right? They just go to the feds and say, I put my money in this thing. It's a scam. I didn't get paid like they told me. And then next thing you know, investigators are on your butt. You're paying tens of thousands of dollars for lawyers. It becomes a mess, right? So let me give you an example, though, of why I take a more libertarian point of view with a lot of this stuff. By the way, if you could, please, right now, hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, hit the share, subscribe button, etc. Please do that. BitConnect was another one where I got a lot of pushback. BitConnect was, again, another pyramid scheme scam scenario. And I did a video on it. Go look it up. Search Dr. Boyce and BitConnect, and you'll see where, you know, I was talking about BitConnect and explaining that it was a scam. And I had so many people get mad at me, so many people who came at me angrily. Some people came at me, you know, in a more polite way. And they said, well, look, Doc, I think you don't understand. I want to come on your YouTube channel and explain how BitConnect works. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that because I'm not going to give you a chance to go in front of a bunch of people and share what is probably a pretty compelling argument for why people should go to BitConnect. And I don't know if you guys follow this, but you remember what happened with BitConnect. One day, the whole thing fell apart and people lost thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So anyway, let me tell you a little story that'll help you understand why I have a more libertarian point of view, in the sense that I want you to just know what it is. I will describe to you what I see. But at the end of the day, I'm not judging your decision because I believe that you have the right to make the decision that works best for you. When I was a kid, I had this job working. I was 11 years old and I got my first job, and I used to sell candy door to door. So there was this white lady who would pick us up in a van, and she would buy these boxes of candy for like maybe 50 cents a box. And because we were cute little kids, she knew we could sell these boxes of candy for $3 a piece, right? So she would buy the boxes for 50 cents, get us to sell them for $3, and then give us 25 cents for every box that we sold, right? I mean, just, classic exploitation, right? Ridiculous, right? But here's the deal. Here's what happened. So first time I did it, it was hard. I couldn't get people to buy. Then I learned the tricks, right? And I became the number one salesperson. So I was getting paid. I was coming home with pockets full of money at the age of 11. Like I was on Saturday was the big day. That was when we'd be out for 12 hours going through some neighborhood we didn't even know. I mean, my God, it's crazy, right? Like she could have kidnapped us and sold us into slavery in Mexico or something. We could be sex traffickers right now. Who knows? But it didn't happen. So it's all good. But anyway, so on a Saturday, I might come home with $50. Like I loved that job. I mean, that job kept money in my pocket, and so one day, though, here's what happened. So one day there was this little girl who went to my school, and I'm not going to say her name because she might be watching. And this little motherfucker, she comes in and she wants to make money, too, because everybody want to make money till it comes time to work for it. Right. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody got a dream, but ain't nobody trying to really hustle for that dream. Right. So she comes in with her little lazy ass, and she goes out with us, and she don't sell nothing. She don't make no money. So she's mad as hell. And so this little asshole, I'm cussing because I'm still mad. I'm gonna tell you why. She goes home and tells her mama, "They lied to me, mama. I didn't make no money. Boyce made $40. I didn't make nothing." Now you know how it is. You know how losers are. Losers will tell you what happened, how they got exploited, but they won't tell you that they didn't want to do the work. They won't tell you what they did to cause it to happen, right? So this lady calls the police. Her mother calls the police on the white lady who was picking us up into having us go sell this candy, right? And I don't know what it was. I don't know if she was breaking the child labor law. I don't know if there was something illegal about the way she was buying the boxes, and I have no idea. I guess they somehow decided that we were being exploited. So one day we were in the van, and the cops like circled her van and made her take us all home, and I never saw the lady again. So they felt they were protecting children from exploitation. I was pissed because I lost my goddamn job. Like, I'm like, man, I don't have any income now. I'm 11. I need new shoes. I want to go get me an outfit. I want to be able to go to the arcade. I can do none of that because this little hating ass Negro went and told her mama that she wasn't making no money. So it must have been a scam. And that's the thing. That's why I'm probably more libertarian, is because I believe this. Look, if I don't believe anybody has the right to tell you that you're being exploited. I just don't believe that. I believe that if you know what it is and it works for you and you're happy, then I'm cheering for you. I am rooting for your participation in whatever it is that makes you happy, as long as you know what it is. So my obligation to talk about the loom and the pyramid scheme stuff is because I feel responsible for making sure that you know what you're walking into. You know, like a casino. I'm not going to knock you for walking into a casino, but if you walk into a casino thinking that your money's going to double every time you go to the casino, I'm going to correct you and say, no, you're probably going to lose a lot. But if you're good with that, then God bless you. Have a good time. Right. So a lot of times, you know, these people that are self-righteous and feel like they have the right to exert their moral authority onto other people, that, oh, you're being exploited. You just don't know you're being exploited. You're just too ignorant to know you're being exploited. Well, my thought is, look, unless you can replace the income I was making from my little job selling candy for the white lady, then don't come and tell me I'm being exploited, because maybe I'm being exploited, but I'm okay. I consider it paying my dues to have a chance to have a better life as an 11-year-old and have an income. I was happy with that. Right. So that's it. That's all I want to share with you guys. I got to run. I got a meeting. I'm late, but I just wanted to share this as a public service announcement. So if you are in an MLM, this is no offense to you. If you like it and you're making money and you're happy with it, then I'm not going to tell you not to do it. If you're in a loom and you like it and you're making money and you're happy with it, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Just be careful, because the feds may have a different opinion than I do. Right. Look up the law. right? If you and I want to make sure also that you do not mistake a loom for a sou-sou. A loom is not a sou-sou. A sou-sou is a community savings group where everybody puts in money, everybody gets out what they put in. Everybody gets out what they put in. Nobody puts in and doesn't get back what they put in. So a sou-sou is a different thing from a loom. Don't let anybody confuse the two, and don't let anybody come in with some, some shea butter Afrocentric language or some church language to convince you that something's different from what it actually is. Just be financially intelligent. That's what I want you to do. So I hope this helps you guys. I had to share this. I'm really late. I got to run, but have a good day, everybody. Love you, and I'll see you soon. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe button before you go. Also, if you haven't learned to buy your first share of stock yet, or you just want to get on our email list so you can get lots of free stuff from us, we send out lots of free information on a regular basis. Just go to firstshareofstock.com. That's firstshareofstock.com. And also tomorrow night, the masterclass meets, the investing masterclass. So if you'd like to participate, feel free to go to drboycemasterclass.com. We meet every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. It's really, really good. And if you don't like it, you can get your money back. So feel free to go to drboycemasterclass.com. I'm out, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. And congratulations on all of you who are invested in the stock market. Today's a good day. See you soon. Peace.